So I'm here at the Outdoor Retailer Show with one of our nonprofit partners who I'm extremely excited about, the American Hiking Society, and with Greg, are you the Executive Director?
I'm the President and Executive Director.
Okay, President and Executive Director, Greg Miller.
Yeah, hi. Well, welcome and Happy New Year. It's really a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, you too. So let's go right from the very beginning. How did you discover the American Hiking Society?
Well, I've spent my entire career working in the conservation of nature, and a little over 10 years ago I took over as president of American Hiking Society because I wanted to do more work getting out and giving back to nature in the United States. I'm a Latin American specialist for conservation, so this was a really exciting opportunity for me.
Now, for those who don't understand or don't know, like most people say, I can go walk anywhere. Like, what does the society do, and why should people be a member of it?
Well, we were created actually 40 years ago. This is our 40th anniversary in 2016, so which is nice to coincide with the 100th anniversary of the National Park Service. One of the things that's very important for everyone to remember is trails don't just happen. They don't just appear, and hiking is one of the most important and ubiquitous outdoor recreation activities. Probably most of us got our first outdoor experiences through hiking, putting one foot in front of the other in nature. So I felt that this was one of the great ways for me personally and professionally to really give back and to have that kind of leverage opportunity, because hiking is so cost effective. You can hike anywhere from the urban environments to the most extreme backcountry. And there's almost 50 million Americans who hike.
No, and I mean, and you make a great point, because I'm wandering through the mountains, and there's a few times where you stop and you're like, who built this? And more than that, who maintains it?
Exactly, and American Hiking Society is really our foundation was built on being the national voice for hikers, to serve in the halls of Congress with the administration, the Congress, whoever's in power at that time, to ensure that we have adequate funding for federal and state lands. That's very important for us. But also we have been in the vanguard of volunteer trail stewardship. We created in the mid-'70s what is called volunteer vacations, which we're celebrating also our 40th anniversary of that.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, and it coincides with the creation of our organization. And so we field volunteer trail crews all across the country to truly get out and give back. The other thing that we do, which is so significant, is we are the creator and host of National Trails Day, which is the largest outdoor celebration in the country each year, the first Saturday of June, and that's this year it'll be June 4th, 2016.
Oh, excellent. Well, I used to think climbers were tough people until I met a trail crew.
Yes. Well, climbing obviously is of tremendous discipline and difficulty. One of the things I think that we realize, and we have trail volunteers that are from 13 to 90, and it's a question of finding the right experience for yourself so that you can give back. We have, through our volunteer vacations program and through National Trails Day, and also through our National Trails Fund, which is the largest private grant program for trail work in the country that we also manage. There's all kinds of trail work. People can get out. We've had Girl Scout groups, Boy Scout obviously, two very serious trail building masters who were moving stone with levers and pulleys. Very, very, very difficult work. And it is hard, but very satisfying work.
Absolutely. Like, I actually had a blast doing it, and there's a sense of exploration and discovery that you're going somewhere completely new.
Well, that's right. And one of the things that, while a trail crew may be working and do 500 or 1,000 feet of trail or build a new bridge, it's also all about safety and access. And if you open up a trail, this year, for example, our volunteer vacations crews created improved access that we've calculated has been for more than 1.3 million people. So that added value, that leverage point, is really significant in terms of the impact you have, especially for that access.
Absolutely. So all the hiking you've done in the world, do you have a favorite trail?
Wow, I get asked that a lot. Certainly one of the favorite trails I live in Northern Virginia, and it's a very local trail in a small county preserve called Scotts Run that I walk quite frequently with my kids and family and my dog. And you can literally, just outside the Beltway in D.C., you can be in a place where it almost feels like wilderness. So that's one. The other is several of the climbs that I've done in the Andes.
And what issues are facing the society today that you really need people to get involved in and either take action or donate money or be involved in some way, shape, or form?
Well, in fact, behind me on the plaque, I don't know whether it's it's going to be visible or not, but one of the things is we really want to ensure that we improve the connection of trail systems, because that's the number one priority. That when we do surveys nationally, people say that they want to be able, whether it's in their community, in their national park, or BLM lands, etc., that they want to be able to connect. So closing the gaps on existing trails. Second one is we will only reach the 8 out of 10 Americans who live in urban settings, which is, it's almost 85% now. We'll only reach them if we improve urban or front country trails. I call it community hiking. And one of the things that we are really adamant about is ensuring that everyone who walks in nature considers themselves to be a hiker, that you do not have to put on a heavy backpack, you do not have to sleep on the ground or overnight to consider yourself a backpacker. So we can make a very inclusive kind of community. And the third leg of that stool in terms of growth is diversity. And one of the things that we feel so important about, because hiking is such a cost-effective recreation sport, it is truly the gateway recreation activity for all other activities out here. Undoubtedly, people, because you really only need a decent pair of shoes, the gear you have is probably something you have at home, even if you've never been outdoors. You can go take a reasonable day hike. We see this as a very important opportunity to reach underserved populations, urban, suburban, people of color. And in fact, we have a specific set of goals around reaching women, youth, and people of color. These are the most important targets that we have.
Is there any one specific thing that people should take away to help with that mission?
Well, I think one thing is those people who have some experience in hiking and camping, reach out to others. Share that experience with your neighbors, in your community, because there are so many people who have not, like myself, and I'm sure probably yourself, grown up as a kid having outdoor experiences. There are many adults who have not had, especially in underserved populations, that they do not feel comfortable going outdoors. So they need help. They need guidance. They need some very simple organization. And how-tos, and on our website, AmericanHiking.org, we have a wealth of free tips for people, whether it's hiking with dogs, hiking with kids, overnight, backcountry, winter hiking, you name it. The key is to go prepared and find a good place to go and just do it.
And lastly, it's like, obviously, I understand, like most people, they'll be like, well, I can go hiking anywhere. I don't need to be a member. I can donate money because I believe in supporting your cause. Are there member benefits and additional reasons why someone would want to join the society?
Well, absolutely, and we certainly encourage everybody to become a member. Of course, member benefits is just becoming a part of the national hiking community. I mean, that's, I think, very important. Another is you get a year's free subscription to Backpacker Magazine. You get our newsletter. You get a number of discounts, and you really also get you get free volunteer vacation. Okay. The registration is waived if you're a member. And so there's a host of benefits. Plus, I think just having the access and understanding and feeling a part of that hiking community in America is, I think, very important.
I'm a fan. I grew up in Colorado, and my happiest memories were the weekend hikes we did as a family in the mountains, or even just going to the local park. So I think it's a great thing.
Absolutely. Well, thanks, Benjamin. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, and thank you for being a part of the festival this year.
Okay, and Happy New Year, and we look forward to seeing some great films in the festival. Looks like a terrific lineup.
It's absolutely amazing.